Grinding through 5 sets of a lift feels like proof you worked hard. But that's like writing a 5-page essay instead of a 1-page essay, and assuming the longer one is automatically better. More isn't the assignment. Most people chase set count like it's the whole workout. 2 sets done with real intent can be more productive than 5 sets done on autopilot. Because here's what actually matters: how much tension and effort did those sets create? Your muscles don't have a little counter saying, "Nice, that's set number 5. They respond to the demands you place on them. And the closer a challenging set gets to failure, the more muscle fibers you generally recruit to keep producing force. Here's where people get this wrong. A set stopped 3 or 4 reps before failure isn't useless. But if you're consistently stopping far from your limit, you're leaving a lot of potential stimulus on the table. And doing that 5 times doesn't magically make each set effective just because you counted to 5. It's like sending 5 half-hearted texts instead of one that actually says what you mean. More messages don't fix a message that was never clear in the first place. And there's another problem. Every extra set has a recovery cost. As you accumulate volume, fatigue builds. Your later sets can become less productive, especially when you're rushing your rest or simply doing more work than you can recover from. So you can end up in a ridiculous situation. You're adding more sets while putting less effort into each one because you're trying to save enough energy to survive the entire workout. That's the trap. You're chasing volume so aggressively that you're holding back on the reps that actually matter. Think about the guy doing 5 sets of bench press, resting 45 seconds, barely pushing the final reps and feeling accomplished because his workout took an hour. Now compare that with someone doing 2 properly performed sets, resting long enough to recover, and taking each set within a rep or 2 of failure. Who did more sets? Obviously the first guy. But who made better use of each set? That's the point. Because exhaustion doesn't automatically mean effective. Being tired after a workout proves you spent energy. It doesn't prove you created the best possible stimulus. So here's how to make your sets count. 1. Rest enough to actually perform. For demanding exercises, 3 to 5 minutes between hard sets can be completely reasonable. If you're still gasping and your performance has fallen off a cliff, don't rush just because your timer says so. 2. Take challenging sets close to failure. You don't need to hit absolute failure on every set, but getting within roughly 1 or 2 good reps of failure is a useful target for many hypertrophy-focused sets. 3. Start with quality volume. 2 to 3 hard sets per exercise can be plenty. You can add more if you need it, but don't assume another set is automatically another productive set. 4. Stop judging your workout by how long it took, and stop judging it by how many boxes you checked. Judge it by your performance. Was your technique solid? Was the set challenging? Did you actually push yourself? 5. Track your progress. If you're consistently training hard but your reps, load, or technique aren't improving over time, don't just keep adding sets. Look at your recovery, exercise selection, technique, and overall programming. Because the goal isn't to survive the longest workout. The goal is to create a stimulus your body can actually adapt to. So which one is training smarter? The person padding their workout with sets they're barely pushing? Or the person doing fewer sets but making every rep deliberate and challenging? More sets were never the flex. Making each set matter was. Stop counting how many sets you survived. Start counting how many actually mattered. You don't need a longer workout, you need a more productive one. And if this changed how you'll approach your next set, subscribe. This is exactly the kind of training breakdown we cover every week.